Hi guys, I'm going to be reviewing another 360 camera. Now this is sent to me by Insta360. I'm going to be unboxing and unbagging it, so stay tuned. I'm going to give a brief history. I'm a very outdoorsy person. I go kiteboarding, I go wakeboarding, I go biking, and I do motorsports, and then I do snowboarding as well. And because of that, I always like bringing a 360 camera because you can attach it and just capture everything, and later on when you're editing you can frame and not worry about did I miss the shot or did I capture all the action that I wanted to capture. Now over the years I've had many 360 cameras. I started off with the GoPro Max, and then I went into the Insta360 X1, which was the 1-inch sensor, super heavy, hard to use, high data. Picture quality was great, but I fell in love with these guys. These are the Insta360 X3, and I've had I guess two of these. One fell off a car, damaged the lens, and this one is my surviving one. We take this wakeboarding and kiteboarding and snowboarding all the time, and it's super useful because it's lightweight. Now, later on, I ended up upgrading to the Insta360 X4. The picture quality of this was amazing. It came with lens guards, but the problem was it grew in form factor as well. And as you can see, it's much bigger. So I didn't like this when it was on a stick. When it was on a stick, exponentially you would feel the extra weight of that camera. Even if the picture quality was good, I would end up bringing out the older one for our trips because of the lightweight. I think Insta360 was listening because they've released this guy. It's called the Insta360 X4 Air. So first off, this is not a paid ad. I can say whatever I want to say. I told that specifically to Insta360 that I'm going to give my unbiased user review with these cameras, but I am a big fan of 360 cameras. Insta360 is positioning this camera to be the lightest 8K 360 camera in the market, and it's pack light, shoot 8K. That's their slogan for this, and it's light, portable, fun to use, and value for money. I'm gonna stop talking and unbox this thing and unbag it because I'm excited to see the weight difference, and it's good I have these other cameras to compare it to because they're useful in certain scenarios, but for putting everything on a pole, especially I'm gonna post one of my snowboarding trips where we brought out the Insta360 pole, which is like 10 feet or 12 feet, and at 12 feet you could see the pole sagging. Good thing it's carbon fiber and it didn't break, but I love those shots because it looks like a drone is following me in the snow. I'm going to post the weights so you guys can see it. X4 204 grams, X5 200 grams, X3 180, X4 Air 165. It's going to be a game changer because sometimes when the cameras are too heavy, you don't want to bring these cameras around anymore. While I'm at it and talking to you guys, I might as well throw out the stats for this camera. It has a 1/1.8-inch sensor. It's got the 5nm AI chip. It shoots 8K at 30 frames per second or 6K at 30 frames per second. It has the max HDR active video resolution, and then it does the 4K 120 frames slow-mo. The kit they sent me comes with so many accessories. I don't know what this is called. It looks like the Action Pack Content Creator Adventure Kit, if I'm not mistaken. The camera is waterproof up to 49 feet without the casing. Enough of me talking. Let us unbox and unbag. Form factor looks so similar to what we already know. This is the starter bundle. The box is bigger than I normally remember for these cameras, but it does come with a selfie stick. I actually have a bunch of these selfie sticks already, and this is what I'm excited about. I'll pull out the X3, and it's like similar. It's a little thicker than the X3, but size-wise, it's there. I'm so excited to bring this to one of my adventures, and probably kiteboarding and cycling will be the things that we're going to be using this for. Comes with extra battery, but okay. Oh, this is a pull selfie stick. They know I like kiteboarding because they saw the video, because I did tag them when I did the kiteboarding video, and they sent me the water sports rope mount, and as you can see there's a kiteboarder right there, so that's going to suit my needs, and it also does wakeboarding, so I'm excited to use that. I think I have to schedule a visit to the farm so that we can go kiteboarding because it's been a while. I feel a little rusty. I've been away from all the action and Oh, wow, it's really specifically built for kiteboarding because it has the mounts here. And I guess, yeah, it sits on the main lines away from you. They sent us also the replacement lens double kit. So it replaces both sides. We have the standard lens guard, which you guys already have seen. This is interesting. It's a fast charging brick, and that's going to be super useful because most of the other companies already do this. So I'm happy that Insta360 adopts so fast. SD card slots. What? That's cool. Okay, the batteries go in this way, and this is a quick charging block. The USB-C, I guess it charges directly, or you can plug right here also. Maybe it acts as a power bank. Second battery is going in there. And there you go. That's pretty cool. Good morning, guys. This is the first test of the Insta360 X4 Air, and I have it mounted on a selfie stick just wedged between the seat and the console, and it is falling forward. So I will bring a better mount later on, but this is the first test in the car, and the 360 cams make a lot of sense when I'm shooting inside the car because I can get the shift knob, I can get my hands and the steering wheel, I can get the view in front, and then I can get the view in the side also. This is some rough roads. The camera is shaking left and right. How does the stabilization look? Wow. I am jiggling around. The camera is actually swaying almost like, I mean, from my view, about an inch left and right. Morning coffee. It's so hard with the all-wheel drive. Welcome back here to the auto complex. We just did donuts with RWB Archangel, and as you see with the 360 camera, I can literally just walk around and not care where the camera is. All I need to do is place the camera, either I place it high and get this drone shot effect like I'm doing now. You should not see the pole, and then you should just see my hand going up and down. And then you can do a parallax shot of the car. It's so dirty. You can see the dust glistening in the light. The car is being washed. I should have brought the keys out. I think the car is done. And there's a line outside. Boom. Tire black and all. How beautiful. The club's rolling in. Look at this beauty. Morning! I've updated the camera again. I've put the bitrate to high because I noticed when I was doing donuts in Archangel, the bitrate was still on standard. So apparently there are numerous ways to activate the recording feature of the Insta360 Air. They have the gesture controls where you twist it twice in that rapid motion. It turns on and off the recording, or you can use hand gestures, or you can also use voice activation. This is super useful when you have it out on a pole and you don't want to get it back and forth. Now, when I go snowboarding, I bring the longest selfie stick ever, and it is so far forward that it makes sense that I can do the twisting motion, and it's going to turn off to save me recording, and then turn it on when I need the action. Now that I'm outdoors, I can activate the HDR mode and get full color. What up, Chicolita? I am setting up the Insta360 rope line mount for the X4. I'm just trying to get this hook. You can't see it, but and I'm holding the Insta360 Mic Air and it's finally working. You can actually use it also as a trigger to control the camera. If I press the power button on the side, I can turn it off and turn it on. And my mistake was when I was trying to pair it, it had a cyan color indicator, which means it was in 2.4 gigahertz mode. I didn't know that. All I did was I double clicked the power button and it went into Bluetooth pairing mode, and finally the camera saw the little mic. I have to post this video soon, so which means I won't have time to take this camera kiteboarding because we didn't have much wind last week. So the wakeboarding vids will be the test for it, but I do love how the mount works. The mount blew me away. If I had this mount when I was still actively wakeboarding, I would have so much content. I finally finished editing the footage out of this thing, the Insta360 X4 Air, and first and foremost, I do love it. It's going to be part of my kit moving forward. I will leave the X3 behind finally and replace it with the X4 Air. This does beat it in weight factor and picture quality. I noticed the advantages though when you're outdoor in full sunlight. This thing really shines. Indoors, when we shot at the auto complex, if you watch the donut footage, the grain is there on the video when in the dark settings. Now, we were on standard bitrate. I don't know if that has anything to do. When I rendered the footage using the Insta360 Studio app on the laptop, I did edit it and render it at the 4K 50 MBS bitrate, if I'm not mistaken, and they're about the same bitrate for all the footages. And comparing the outdoor footage when I was at the farm doing the wakeboarding, definitely the footage looks better outdoors. The mic actually is fairly cool, and I do like that they sent that to me, because if I did want to make this an interior camera for vlogging while I'm driving, this will be a benefit. Now, just in closing, I think it is an excellent tool for the kit, especially if you're like me where you like mounting it on the selfie stick. I'm so sad I didn't get to try it kiteboarding. This weekend I was kiteboarding, but the weather looked super dull, so it wasn't very feature worthy, but pretty cool. The only thing I noticed with the cage mount when I mounted it on the rope line, the rope line has a plastic sheathing, and it dented because I really tightened it down because I didn't want to lose the camera just yet. So just to keep that in mind, I'm actually quite curious to try kiteboarding, because obviously in kiteboarding you feel everything. So with this being in the lines, does it make sense? And then like once you start rolling, will the voice activation work in water? So those are the things I don't know yet, but off the bat, A+, love it. Thank you Insta360 for sending me one. I might get a spare one later on because this is cool. The weight factor for me is such a bonus for all these sports that I do. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, huge fan of these 360 cameras.